up, rise up and be counted. Participating mu byobufuzi eby'eggwanga byange eby'eggwanga lyange. Shamim Nambassa ye president w'abayizi e Makerere era nga ye mukyala ow'okutaano okukwata ekifo ekyo. Welcome to the show and good morning.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Oli kakyala kalungi nga bwe nakulaba ku campaign poster. Yes. How is it so far?
Tugezaako mpola mpola kulwanira.
Mulwanira ki?
Ate ddala okulwana si fight.
Kuteekawo nkyukakyuka mu bintu by'abayizi. Mulina bye mutuuseeko sofa mu myezi emitono gye waakamala ku buyenzi.
Kyensobola okugamba nti nno fenga 87 tulina bye tukoze bye twali tutasuubira abantu abalala okukola all that tebibangawo
ngaki bwe munaamalirako ekisanja munaaba temusengudde university from Makerere to somewhere in Munyonyo.
Nedda si ekyo naye ogenda olaba nti maybe mu history ya Makerere University buli muntu asomeddeko e Makerere baba bakimanyi okufuna marks zo kintu kibadde kizibu nnyo. Twalabako ne ku MOOCs baaliko ne strike just for marks naye ffe nga 87th guild buli muyizi kati wagenda ku poto ye at least asobola okusangayo marks. Kisobola okubeera ng'ekintu ekitono naye nga kinene. Yes, nti buli omu asobola okituukako something like
kati lwaki kyali kyagaana covid yatuyambye?
No, ndowooza just kulaba nti mukifudde priority nti ffe twayingira ntugamba this is going to be our priority.
Mwasooka kyekalakaasizaako nakyo?
Nate twekalaakaasa engagement
kuga muli mu kanso mulinamu abaana bamwe bategeera ebyomutimbagano tebaakoma kuki advocating for but they showed them how it can be done.
To have this
wasuze otya?
Bulungi
akakuba wakawulidde nze nakidde netya n'okwebaka neŋŋamba sifanga
ate tebasenga omufu nazo kusengamba kuba yatonye
ekuba yabadde y'amaanyi. Bakuzaalawo?
Nze Nambassa banzaala katonye ekizibu omuntu wambuuza banzaala bamba ndowooza mbuuza kyalo kya taata naye nga gye nakulira Kaseese. Yes.
Wali okimyeyo ki?
Ndowooza bwe banzaalira bwe nakulira gye neesanga so.
Gye baakuzaalira oba gy'osibuka?
Gye banzaalira.
Maama wo olubuto lwamusimbira Kaseese nemusigalayo gye yali akolera?
Ndowooza beesangayo nga bakola kuba maama wange bamuzaala Kanungu then daddy wange Butambala so ndowooza baali eyo bali mu kukola ne beesanga eyo ne batandika family.
Okay. Naye nga goliwe obeera ova Butambala?
Kati nze nva Butambala.
Nambassa beddira ki?
Nseenene.
Tolya nseenene? Subhana awo nfiirawo nga ndizinyiza nti obutalya nseenene.
Ngate ku lwaki tozirya? Ffe tetuli balamu.
Muli. Anyway, ndowooza Katonda yabiraba n'agamba genda eri mu binyonyi ebitaliika. Okay. So Butambala mbeera side ki? Butambala ninayo families?
Butambala mu bulo.
Ajasa lutalo omumanyi omugenzi? Tomumanyi buli we Kaseese.
Tugeze kukyala.
So Kaseese gye babeera even up to now?
Yes.
Baasenguka. Nina okuziika ndowooza babaziikeeyo kati?
Nedda tebatuziike na Butambala.
Mulina olugendo. Okay, ne baganda bo bonna kati babeereeyo?
Ne abasinga tuli eno tubeereeyo. Just eri twakulirayo then ne tujja eno abasinga bakulu.
Mwajja kusoma?
Kuba ndowooza family tuli 8 ndi wakutaano. So bonna abansinga obukulu bali eno.
Primary bibiina ebyasooka wasomera eri?
Yes, kuva primary paka P7 wenamala P7 nenzija eno Kampala.
Okay. Maama ne taata ofaanana ani?
Taata. Yes, ate bagamba.
Okay. Kaseese kiki tumanyi ennyo ekivaayo? Tumanyiyo obusinga bwa Rwenzururu, tujjukira olutalo olwaliwo awo nga ki ekirala ekiva e Kaseese?
Tulina Mount Rwenzori.
Honorable Winnie Kiza gy'ava gwe tusinga okumanyayo mu bannabyabufuzi abagondi babaveeyo. Mumanyiganye? Is she an inspiration to you?
Yes, of course. She's someone I look up to. She has inspired me, but we've not really met. Mulaba, I've been saying her since I was young.
How do you even start? Abana ba pharmacy babeera too serious with books and life. Let me concentrate. I passed this hard course.
No, kuva when I think nali prefect okuba by P4, something like that. So bino ebintu mbibaddemu naye most times it's the kind of person gweni sobola tula wansi nendaba injustices happening nti ne wembera nengamba kati ha mbivuddemu sigenda biddamu
ogira no biva mubambi yaki nabakubideyo
bikoya kati mbikoye mbivuddemu sikyayagala nene otwana wanegamba nene wesanga paka obizeemu
kati mu P4 injustice kije walabawe yakula
I think it was excitement just agala kulaga he can be a prefect which is
ngoli prefect wacho
P4 I think was it compound katawo just balongoseza abakoze kino kiri then P6 nevuka dining prefect mess prefect because it was a very serious position to go agamba abaana kati abasira P1 mutulewa no P2 bichi ate
gosemba yokufuna oba goso
ze yali asemba because that's how it was prefects bali basemba so ngosanga ntino kati you just want to be the one ali mu organizing akukola kidoda kiri
olwongosomerawo
kati mwena lyo mbutondoza nagenda mu masomero nga mwenda yes and it is so funny because ngawe nkugambye nti batuzala tuli bana 8 so ogeno sanga nti mubasooka bali balina sente ebikiri just starting ne kati obatukira kuffe kati nganze yali owokutaano nti by then waliwo abageze mu secondary biki kati sente tezikyaliwo yes kati nga nesanga ngenze mulino nesomako taamu emu 2 school fees nezibula nagamba kati eyo tuveeyo
temugenda kwogera ziganya n'abakulu
muvayo buvi
balance nga muleka
nga tubaleka tinzoweza weze kasesa mabanja simanyi genina
bakyazibanja
simanyi
akayikadde just proud bogera erinnya bagaya akatwogeddeko
mother care school
oba gakwikiddeko
and the mother care at least I can remember Unique Valley Aisha Model
tukoma omanji mwenda manji mami ne daddy nabo bakyala basomi basoma bayigirize
mami ye yasoma naye yakoma I think mu senior 3 yeah naye just family problems which daddy yegwe manyike yasoma yasomera Kyambogo engineering naye teyagipursuing yeah because he was a businessman
okay nga badiringa muki
coffee
bamwanyi
bagole no mukyalo ne batunda badde Kampala things like that
okay so that is primary you were all those schools secondary mbere ya chuka koko over
yes so when I live in primary I think then P6 awo nga kiweddeko tikyalina kyakukola biki then nenfuna essomero eryantwala they picked me up nangamba jangu ffe tugenda kusomeseza bwereere kasito tufunira max
so wala kagezi
so nga nina okusomerayo from P6 ne P7 naye nga mmanyi ekindese wano okufuna max zenaliwo nga project ya kufuna max kubanga if I don't pass tewali school fees or anything then nensoma paka P7 I think naye we nali nkyali muto nga daddy wange ngamba njagala ogende nabisonsa kyeyali ayagala we natuukira mu P7 nga nabisonsa yokka gye mmanyi
lwaki
daddy yateka musimanyi wakiki kubanga yeti
owayi naye omwana gwe yasomesezaayo omukulu
no nze yali asoseeyo mu family naye nga era kyeyali anjagaliza netuuka mu P7 P7 first term second term daddy nalwala navayo Kasese ne bamuleeta ne Kampala yalwalira mwezi mulamba kubanga we yali Kasese tukwenda mu malwaliro lino liri tebamanyi kiki kimuluma paka we yatuuka wa ne Kampala then ne bamutestinga ne bamugamba liver ye erina obuzibu
liver
yes netunoonya ebyokukola biki ba anko beberi wakubye baani ngamba no tewali kye basobola kukola that
it was late
it was very late ne bamukomyawo ne bamuteeka ewaka ne bamugamba let him just wait for his time
yawummula lubambe sorry about that ng'oli mu P7
yes awo nga tuli mu P7 second term holidays
dream ye nabisonsa n'olabanga eggwawo
no natuuka nga ndaba neŋŋamba kati ne bwenkikola anyway kubanga kye nali njagala kikula kumusanyusa then I'm like ne kati nkoze ki anyway at that point life seemed useless nti kyabadde ayagala nkole kati ne bwenkikola tekirina kyekigenda
ani anansupporting exactly tewalowoozaako nti kansome nnyo tomanya nyinza ofunayo ampa scholarship?
Yes, at that point, Nalindo, Kwanga Wechatukira, I think, Ngame we were a family of 8. Oh, I think earlier mukulu yali ku university, abalala bali mu senior 5, senior 6. Then omulala gwenzirako yali mu senior 3, agenda mu senior 4, then me, then sister wange anzirako, then mummy yali lubuto even at that point. So it was a lot for our family. Kyakisukako nga the best our grandparents, family members could say nti abaana bajjeeyo mu masomero.
Grandparents nabo bali babereka seso banga?
No, kati bo bali eno Kawempe.
Okay, abajjeeyo mutandika okukola naye.
Tubiveeko. Mami ye yali akola naye kati okukola omukyalo omujjukira nkugambye yali lubuto. Ate coffee it is seasonal.
Tambula.
Exactly. Ugende mukyalo ovuddeyo mazeyo wiki 2 biki. So it was quite a lot nti twatuuka ne tutandika okuloza kati ani agenda okubeerezaamu ng'asoma ne baani abagenda okuva mu ssomero. Because at that point kyali priority era ndowooza kati nze nga ffe bacandidates bali aga kati bano kabamale bacandidates bamalirize tumanye nti no bamaze waliwo nze yali mu P7 nomulala yali mu senior 6 so bacandidates kabamalirize then tubiveeko.
Okay, I have a feeling of kwa daddy kuinegeje kwa kosa performance at P7. Yes,
because natukanga cause nga bwe nkugambye essomero linali mu lyali lipya kati nze baali bangula kuva eri banetaano kubafunira max naye nga natulanga mu class we were about 30 because it was a new school naye nga ntunulira nga nyiza otuula wano nentuna nengamba kati Farida yalina kitaawe nona alina so in the whole class it was only me who had no father. So nabeerangawo nga sikyayagala kusoma.
Yawummula oli mu term ki ya P7?
Second term holidays. So kati nga tukomawo for third term tulina okukolera ebigezo. So nga mbeeraawo ebintu because I loved him so much, yes. It didn't make sense. Either when I married, I got 5 aggregates, and everyone was like, yeah, she was supposed to get 4.
No, 5 was good.
Yes, but everyone expected me to get 4 aggregates. So when that happened,
I think the school was happy, right?
Yeah, because I was still the best even then. Yeah, but it was.
Yes, you go saying I'm district here now.
I don't know.
Okay, so no laws. No time to how do I join?
Yes, now how do I continue? Because at Nalina feeling already bulichimu. So of course results were zifuluma. We are very happy. We are excited. Now it's on Peter on merit, and I did it because I felt my dad yali andaba. Even when he was dead, I still believed in Tiwali. At least bulichenali nkulanga manyi daddy wanga chidaba. And up to now, I think even during my campaigns that some nights natulanga and I felt like daddy I don't think I can continue. So yes, Nabisonsa name Peter, of course. I think Kati Nabisonsa was very expensive. Natulina okugula uniform tuzigula ku ssomero, ebitabo bigula ku ssomero. Ate kati bo nga for you to report the first time olina okusasula fees fully. Mami yali awazadde yazaala mu December, I think 30th. So kati wakyaliwo ebyo yakazaala sente zigenze nyingi because it was her very first time okufuna C-section out of the rest of us. The 7 of us yali tafunanga cesarean section. It was the last one. So it was too much. Fenanga tuya, we don't know. We just believed in together sanga how to work it out.
Ne family nayo yali tebasobola.
No.
Mubiyenfuna. The other uncles, aunties.
No, kati I think like I've told you nti twali eno kusaidia daddy grandfather bani bo bali batugambe tubiveeko. So the choice for us to continue kyali kufe nti kati gwe gwagenda obyekolera. Much as kati ye, because I think my grandfather had so many women, so many wives and family, so the family is very extended. Kati this is the one to count on. But ne wali over uncles abamu who are abroad and they could come through. Ne kati obizibu ebirala nti no ate mami yalina n'ezi loan zali omukusasula. So ali mukusasula loan
tugende tuwumulemu katono nnyo tulina Shamim Nambassa. She's the Guild President, Makerere University, to come out of our. Tudamukwaniriza n'okuyozaayoza ali naffe olwaleero naddala omwana omuwala, listening to a young fellow young woman nga inspiring her with whatever dreams she has and however she's going in pursuing them. Shamim Nambassa gwe tuyina nga yakulira abayizi bonna ku ssettendekero e Makerere. Amaze P7, Tata awummudde tamanyi what next to do because there wasn't money to push her through. What you somerera kubeera choba wali olina idea what you wanted to be?
By then I think I wanted to be a lawyer. Yes.
Nga toli sure, of course.
No, but just that nali mbegomba, you know, you sit and watch movies, nomulaba omuntu nga arguing, saying all these things, and yeah, and I said I want to be a lawyer, then I become a chief justice. She's currently pursuing pharmacy. So nabisawe kuyita mukola muti otandika okutunda ebintu wewerere. Kati nabisosa when Peter, I think by then our eldest brother, who I think kati bwe tuyitanga tata because he became automatically a father then, yali atandise okukola ne New Life banaba GNLD bichi, so ngafunayo kasente. But then buli omu gwe yali atunulidde, so yena agamba kale katulabe, this just go katugenda kusoma. And I remember then ye yantwala ku ssomero nantuusaawo ndoza twali tusasudde school fees naye nga uniform tetuguze, so yantuusa ne bamugamba uniform mulina okuddayo ne musasula mu bank, then ne mukoma n'agamba kale. He went, ndoza katawo sente ne zibula. So namalanga wiiki emu nga ngenda mu class naye nga sirina uniform. Ate teacher yali atuwa uniforms yali mukambwe nnyo. Kajja Nambassa, why don't you have a uniform? Genda kufulumya mu ssomero buki? Ngamba I'm waiting for my brother yangambye agenda kusasula. Naye nga nange nkimanyi he's not going to. So mchala nampita nampa uniform nangamba ogenda osoma ojja jisasula.
Ngakukoye kulamu matete
ngabade uniform baba genda ku assembly. Senior one, you're very disorganized.
Gowe kando za gwa taina.
Nze kata ayali taina kwa ndoza nabisunsali ali somero ngalya abayina mu kusente zaabwe. By then kati wentuuka ne ngamba kati first term yo tufunyeemuko naye kati second term kyekiddako. Then naye kyanyamba nti kunabisunsa waliwo policy ya scholarships. Nti bw'oba gwe yasoose mu class because twabanga like senior one twali tulina streams nnya. So if you're the best mu streams zonna nti gwe Nambassa you're the first in west ne mu north gwe alina marks ezisinga ne bamutwala mu east ne south, you had to be the best. Awo nga bakuwa scholarship for the next term. So nensoma first time, so batugamba ekyo ngamba kitegeeza kati nina kyensobola okwekolerako. Nensoma first time nali wa mukaaga. I was not the first kubanga nali ndowooza kati weviiridde eri ekasese nga ndowooza kati tomanya kati nze agenda obbalagako kiki. N'abaana ne bandagako.
Lwaki olowooza gwe agenda obbalagako?
Kasese yavayo nga nze mugezi w'ekitone nga kati wano wentuuse ngenda bbawa. First time nayimbeera wa mukaaga. I was not the best. My mom nangamba kati ogenda kukola ki? You knew there is that but you didn't read. Ngamba mama ngenda kukola. Ne banzizaayo kati second term naye kati ne tutasasula. Tetasasula fees ne tukola bigiri. Twajja buzi. So nga buli kaseera teacher nga bajja ne basoma amanya ag'abayizi abatanasasula ne babafulumya. So nze nga nfuluma ne ntambulako wabweru ne mala nenkomawo ne ntula mu class. Kubanga baali tebatukebera nti no bawasasudde. Because teacher yajja kujja asomesa agende. So it was Bassa's office yali efaayo imanyi nti no katono yatayasasudde yalina ofuluma. Naye nga bajja ku Monday ne basoma. Ne ku reporting de nga bakukkiriza okuyingira without ku reporting kati twali tulina gates bbiri. Twali tulina main gate ne eastern gate. Kati nze nga nkozesa eastern gate najjanga ku makya nentekawo ebintu. Because jukira kati process yali nti oyingirira ku main gate n'osasula ebyoku main gate ne bakukebera ne bakuwa clearance n'ogitwala ku dormitory n'ogiragayo then naba ku dormitory ne bakukebera then ne bakukkiriza. Kati nze nga nakozesanga eastern gate kubanga twagamba nga eri waliyo jamu, let's enter from this side. So nze nga nyingira ebintu nengenda nebiteeka ku dome.
Ekyambogo.
Nenyingira ebintu nebiteekaawo ku dome. nembirekawo the whole day kati ba teachers bamaliriza okukebera buli omu ne bagenda kati nze ekiro nenzija nenyingira
ebitanda bye
nanti batugambanga first come first served, so gwe bojja nga bakebera wabweru noyingira you get yourself a bed. So nange kati wentu wenali nkolanga nanzija nenyingira Eastern Gate
kakaranga tamu eweddeko nga tosasa
nedda nanti katamu wetandika nga bajja bampita bambuza Nambassa niyakkiriza mu class ngamba no I'm going we are paying netufunamu ebizibu naye nga sente wezi
banka twasanze nzigale.
Yes, so katinga that's what I do mfuluma nenkomawo just dodging natukanga I just have to dodge teachers kanga teacher yali omwana yali amanyi no sisasula so atenga yajja natusoma kati yenga mwekweka. The problem tino naye ate yali teacher waffe so katinga class maybe ngenda tulele mabega nekweke or sometimes I miss. So second term nensoma nestasasula netumaliriza nengenda
ndokola ebibuuzo.
Yes, nanti bali balina abaana bangi kati ndozanga just 1 million which is not a big deal. Onamaliriza ebyo naye nga sisasudde but then netukomawo kubanga twakomaga third term awo nga
batuyise mu second term batuguddeko.
Yes, kati what helped me nti mweyo second term I was the best. Yeah, kati nga beebuuza kati now this since if I was the best for second term nali sirina kusasula ki third term naye kati jjukira ne second term nali sisasudde
bakibalireyo.
So netubagamba kati bakibalireyo bwe baki
mmwe mwabagamba banabanja
banabanja netukomawo netukola third term still as not the best.
Nebagikujjako
nanti bakuwa it's for one term you have to keep being the best. I was not the best still. Netukomawo senior 2. Senior 2 jukira for nabisunsa mugula uniform buli mwaka every year, first year, second, first, like that. Now nga sina sente zigula uniform for senior 2 naye kati ekyanyamba natuuka nendaba some OG of mine so nemugamba kwanga bandi batuwanga biteteeyi bibiri bakuwa bibiri then ya previous year gyoyambala mu prep. So nemugamba cause kati ne kati ye yali mu senior 3 nga ina uniforms eza senior 2 nemugamba mpaake nakwata uniform ye yali cause yali ajambalidde omwaka mulamba ng'ekaddiye
n'okanya kuwoza
kati nga gyenyambala gyengenda nayo mu class biki tusomye first term senior 2 I was the best.
Wow.
Yes, ne bampita ku assembly nga nyambadde uniform yange enkadde. Then after some time some girls ne bajja ngamba Shamim wamma batugambye you are the best kubanga you're rebounding. Rebounding senior 2. Why would someone say that? Nanti your uniform is old. Nanti your uniform is old. So it shows that you've been in the same class now. This is the second time. No, it's okay. Never mind. It's okay. So nengezako like that. Senior 2 bonye. Sometimes I'm the best, so that is what helped me. Nemfukane prefect. I think mu senior 3 I was furniture prefect. Netuka
senior Ogame first year you were the best.
Yes, second even in form 2 I was still the best for first term, then senior 3 I was the best for first term, like that.
So kati mu second term
kati ezo zonga we keep avoiding zafunyeko zateekayo. So I think nafuuka just mufuna mpola nze essomero ne lintegeera nti Nambassa ajja kusasula nga afunye. So kati nsasudde sometimes I'm the best, so netutambulirawo nti this time nga twebala bwebazi nti now here I was the best, I'm not supposed to pay, ne bagisazaamu like that. So nga mami just alina kunoonya sente here and there and like that. So
nga tobeera ndowooza na grab
ate ekyanyama nabisunsa they used not to allow grab. So naye kati obuzibu nti baakkirizanga okuleeta sente. So kati nga munno nga twatulanga because omanyi, and I had to struggle to fit in because twatulanga omwana naga 500,000
for what?
What do I buy with that? That's not even enough for shopping money. Neza bampadde emitwalo ebiri as pocket money.
Otandikira kunyumya mboozi.
Nga nsirika nemba what I had to do was kwegomba abaana. Nti just oliawo weegomba omwana agenze ku break time aguze ebintu byonna bikigo tolina na sente za break. atenga it was really tough nti emmere wayinanga okugula ebintu by'okwongeramu okuza peta biki so naye I had to fit in because nali sirirawo entandikira kunyumya ate nze bampadde emitwalo 2 as pocket money ng'omwana gw'oli naye bamuwadde 3 bamusasulidde ku canteen for 2 weeks biki visitation day because there is some time I think my brother bajja okundaba and he only came and gave me 20,000. I even cried that day. At least you can buy me at least a jerrycan of juice.
Shamim, jukira mwana wange.
Exactly, and so nangamba kale we are going to go outside and we bring for ina mulinda nata komao. Yeah, but then but what was important for him I think was kujakunda ganti na zenanda bako. Just that.
And waina mwe mikwane jaku ya banko to survive.
No, it was entirely class. Yes, until your friends you go and discuss which is thing to tell their ajemus how you know. That because it was unthought of, none of them would think that Shamim doesn't have money or something.
To whatever need.
No, I didn't want to become another problem.
So you didn't have a close friend who knew about
No, I had, yeah, my friends. Actually, most of them bali bamuzanga. How come you only talk about your mom? I'm like, no, she's the one I live with. I didn't want, I think that's a problem that I've had. Mbasagala go get too much about myself. So for most of them, because Natuka in Nambassa I was, for my class I was the only one. No, your OG wange so we were only 2 that actually came to Nambassa from Kasese. So it was totally fekanti. Not so many people knew about us. So my close friends, yes, would discuss this and that, but not for me. Kuwaga matate, mpayo kusente, help me with this or that. No, it was not that. Ntiwalo enatukiranga, and even sanitary towels were hard for me to get. But I had to find a way to survive with it there.
Sorry. Then senior 4, wamala noba buzabuza paka senior 4.
Yes, kati tutuka I think mo senior 4. Because and the policy was ntibapininga amanya, because for some students they expected us okugenda n'okubira muzadde ono mugamba mami bamanjayo emitwalo 5 zileeta or something. So nga bapininga ne bateekako Nambassa tukubanja this amount.
Nga bateekako eza from S1?
Yes, the whole total essomero liri kubanja. So nga kye baali bakola I think up to kati ntuka mu senior 4 tukola exams twakola first term exams, so wonalabanga scholarship against. Then we talk about second term ne tukola mock exams. So yapininga the dates ezaliwo. I remember like Nambassa like I think 1,500 or something, but kubana bona ebali bapinings I had the biggest date in the entire school. And it was so funny. Tizabanga omunoti body ya dining songa wana wajaga. Hey, nzaba manja lukumi, did they have to pin that? Nzaba manja vita. Oh my God! How does this girl have this whole date? Wakwanja wati obukadde busatu. And you know that was, and they didn't. Some people didn't know me, so I would just come and I would say, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So it was like breaking.
Was a prefect.
Actually, most of them Balibalos, it was a mistake. But for me, I knew that it was actually the truth. And by then, being in senior 4, they could not tolerate me anymore as a school. If I finish, I'm going to leave.
Wali senior 2 tulaba OG wanga
uniform. Yes.
Did she give you even in senior 3?
In senior 3, I think now there my brother bought for me. But then in senior 4 now, because they used to give us prefects uniforms. So I had my royal blue, it was a blue dress, and then my OG again had to give me another dress now for senior 4. So it was only senior 3 that I ever had my own uniform. So senior 4 it was my friend, senior 2 and form 1.
Okay. Yeah, prefects back one yabwerere.
Yeah, yabwerere, and it was najambala. I put on that dress neseuka n'okuseuka.
Okay, so senior 4, Siroza and Banzo cookies are told because I'm at Thomasaya Center.
Yes, exactly. Kat tutu kao bamazo kupininga. I have the biggest date in the school, and even then kata unalingi still the same way I told you. I entered class using Eastern Gate, which is the dormitory hiddenly. Like teacher naje aliaita abayizi abatasasudde nampita nangamba Nambassa jangu, I'm going with you today.
You were HM? Hajat Aisha yaliko?
Yes, by then it was Hajat Aisha Lubega. Nantwale wa Hajat Aisha nangamba sit there and wait for her. Nentula dalintida, I was very scared. I had the biggest debt. And I had nothing. At least my chengenda bagamba because anyway I didn't have the money. And for me at that point, nali manyikaji, there is nothing to do. Singenda tula bigezo.
Mumazo registering or?
Yes, by then kwanga jukira registration fees bulichimu bachibalanga ku school fees. So bonga bagenda, they register for you, then for you you pay all at once. So wamazo to registering abamaze bulichimu. So wampite wa Hajat Aisha naintola ku reception nemulinda namala najja ne wampita nenyingira, and there was one deputy I think. Nambuza, who allowed you into my school? Nemugamba, my mom told me to come and study. So Nemugamba, my mom told me to come and study. Nagamba, who is your mom? He actually Nagamba, what? Yes, my mom told me to come and study. Naita go on the secretary. Namugamba, you bring for her statement. Because statement ya leader senior one, this two, I did managers, you know what, cause you know everything. So I think it was about 3 point something. I tell you the funny thing was the uniforms zenali sifunye nazonga bazi balidako. Because it was a compulsory fee, so it was up to you, but you had to pay the money. So I later gund the whole bank statement. Hajat Aisha ngamba, so you bring the money. I know kusasula zino saying.
Kubira mama we yakusindika na tuweze saying.
Just as ngamba, there is no money. We are trying to push together. We are looking for scholarships, but they are not there. We are hoping to get some, but.
Of course,
Yambuza ngamba, how did you enter my school?
Kogwe, Eastern Gate. Eastern Gate. Because
our Eastern Gate, but it's not their fault. Eastern Gate just that Charlie Kugwe student or Kugenda Kuget, no Wagamba, I've brought my rim, I've brought this. Nekatinzenga rim was just Jaina. Send us Oxasura Kuget because we had to pay over to Sasula Mumsafine, Sasula, some funny so Katinga Sola Kugena Kumengate because I have nothing to give them. Banning Komesao. So Nemugamba everything, Nemugamba 90 daily rich. Nekate Charlie by then twali twatula mock exams, I think was it UEC, something like that. So now by kati results zali ze follow me. And surprisingly, among all the students, kwanga jukilezo mock exams, so many schools zizikola. So among all the schools that had sat and done the exams, I was the best student.
Wow.
Yeah. So nagamba, hey, but isn't this the Nambassa Yaise? So the deputy who was around was my friend. I'm gamba, yes, she's very good. She's that no past Richie. Headmistress Nasanyu because by then that means now twali tumulaze that even other schools we are better than them. Kata onaita gundi secretary namugamba katigendo jeko school fees zachi last term was Valentino, she was the best, so she got that scholarship. Izo ne wazijjako secretary nazijjako nakomawo namugamba the debt is still big. Nemugamba but Hajat, they even counting uniforms but have not been getting uniforms.
How have you been surviving?
Nemugamba used to borrow vichira. Nagamba okay, nezo bazijjeko. They removed that one but the debt was still big. Namugamba no Hajat, that debt is still big, this girl has to go home.
Nagamba tumwesonyo.
Hajat nangamba no, I've forgiven you. You go and study.
No for camera once.
It was so unbelievable for me because when I ended up in office nali manyika wedding ngenda kuddayo ewaffe waka wano wenkomye.
I
didn't know what I was going to do. I think for me that was the life-changing time. Nti Hajat yantu nangamba, this girl deserves something that, and I think up to now, is that I want to be the person who can change someone's story.
What day was someone Essex no for?
No,
because you want to excel.
Yes, exactly. I wanted to make her happy because what she told me was that you go and get me good marks. Don't worry about school fees anymore. genda osome. Nambuuza bako, did you get pocket money? Nengamba bampaddeyo $1,000. Nangamba nange nkongedde zino ebiri. And that's, I was like, yeah, this one can take me the whole term. What I had to do was to study from there. Nengenda nesoma senior 4 and I got 9 in 8.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And of course nekataonga simanyi, but then I knew I had to come back to Nabisonsa kubanga bebantegeera. Yeah. After that netutula senior 4 tuddayo waka, I think there nandyawo mbeera waka, we are waiting for results.
Mama nga akyagire mwanyo banga biba
nakati achali mu mwanya. So when I call after that nenkubira mami nemugamba mami mfunye mami omulala. She couldn't believe it. My whole family, I think, kwanga bo ne brother wange we yandetira kusomera Nambassa Shamim gendo gezeeko. Baby Ghana, we go back home. Because for them, I think my mom at that point, she had given up.
All the other siblings,
I think for us, in story, and there is a way we all managed to pull through. And even my brother, when Alinzira called for him, I think he was at Kawempe Muslim, and he was the best in his senior 4. So they called him back and gave him a bursary to study for senior 5 and 6. And after that, now he applies and then gets some scholarships from Muslim societies. So ndoza buli omu yali ayina nti we had our spaces. Ze twali tulina okulwanira mu nti I have fought as Shamim in Nabisonsa to fight for my space. Nti Bashir has fought at Kawempe Muslim to get his space. Sharifa is at Kawempe, she's fighting for this space. So twali ndoza buli omu yali ayina okwerwanako nti I have tried to do this because my mom yatuuka, and I think I'd never seen her give up like then. There is nothing I can do. Nti oli kusomero, you're calling her naye waka on the house bataddeko for sale. Bank is enyumba yagala gitwala. So that is someone I can't even cry to her kati mugameje. Enyumba gyalimu kati bagiwandiseeko for sale. So she's just there alinda her time to come. Ne kati nange ndi when I don't have school fees and I have to study. Maybe noli amukubide. So it was quite a lot. Buli omu yali ayina ebizibu bye yali ayitamu.
So wakuwa scholarship? Yes, so nkomawo mu senior 5. Ne bampa uniform. Luckily I didn't expect it. I think by then kati nali nfuuse muwala wa Hajat Aisha. Neze nenzija nengenda nesoma. Wajabuzi. Najabuzi nga mmaye kati ndi muwala wamwe. Ndokoza Eastern Gate. Of course, there is nothing they're going to do to me. The good thing is that bali bapini, because now for high school HSC bali bapini a list. Nambassa Shamim Nambassa, you're going to D4. This one you're going to this one. So I didn't have to go to the gate to find out which room I was going to. So nzenzija ngenda nkebera ngamba you're going to D4 ngamba okay. Nengenda mu room ozi. Nengenda nfuna combination yange netandika okusoma. And luckily bali bamanyi. Okoze combination ki? Nakola biology, chemistry and math. Stroke ICT. Ubwongo nga bwali bukwesera. Sibanyi, I think by then ko Hajat Aisha mugambe ti yange bikyali bwe bityo nga bwe byali. I just assumed that she knew because because when the results came out they called us the best which then after that because enyumba yali awo. No, there's some girl yafuna 8 then I had 9 with another girl so we were 2. Kati cause enyumba yali mu nyumba mugundi. Her home was at the school, so sometimes I get time nengendayo. So after that nagendayo nemugamba so what am I ngenda kola ki because I have nothing now. I don't know how I'm going to continue and what. Nangamba so what do you need right now? Olongoze mu senior 6-5 brother. Tunaba ku reporting atwali mu vacation nesija nemugamba. Nangamba so what do you need? Nangamba Hajat I don't have uniforms. And for senior 5 twali tambala white shirts and these light blue skirts. Nampandikira kachiti nenkatwala yabali bawa uniform ne bampa. Nemugamba Hajat school fees I don't know if I'll keep up. Simanyi if I can manage okuweleza nga nsoma lichi. Nangamba don't worry. So kokole ku kino we shall see what to do.
nanga okay kasita yali ampandikidde ze cheat nenkatwalayo ne bampa uniforms which so nenkomawo I reported ngenda ku ssomero first term of course the sasa so I didn't have, but I think I was the best for first term in senior 5 sciences. Kati hand yeah. So I was the best senior 5 nali nkola BCM sub-math. I had 19 points, I think. Biology nali nina mubi. And like I told you, nali njagala kubeera lawyer from the past. But then after
science.
Yes, kati after my dad passing on, ningamba natunya brother wange our eldest brother nembuuza, why didn't you do medicine? Lwaki tewasoma busawo? Do you know that our dad would still be around by now? So then I feel why someone had to do something. That's what I felt. Wali idea inachokola something about it. So in amubuza nangamba, no, it was not, because he did industrial art. So again we're telling him industrial art and sciences. So Kati, that's where I changed. Now I start to pick interest in this whole medical world and what until I felt if maybe by then sengana ali mukuluko, if I was the first born, I would nandibadde nakola medicine and I would have saved my dad.
Okay, we're taking another break. Please don't go away. Tulina Nambassa Shamim Nambassa. She's the current guild president of Makerere University. Embozo olwaleero tulina ya mwana muwala Shamim Nambassa. She's one of the few presidents in Uganda. Yes, the 5th female president of Makerere University, era 87th guild president of our university yemu. Anyumya Embozi ye javudde, and what makes her the strong girl that she is. So senior HSU no wagimalako bwoti?
Yes, Kati, I think when I did senior 5 nensoma, and then senior 5 first term nali best, then second term was not the best. Okay, I don't know what happened. I think we reached a point nga tuchakola exams nga tusoma.
Is that where you were the school head girl?
Yes, so I think senior 5 first term, then second term tukomao, then Nene Simbao to be head girl. And I remember Nene Simbao I was unopposed. So
why?
Exactly so. No, as I think even with all these problems, I never shied away. I would still come in front of the assembly and speak. I would come and you know, in the morning you have a report, and Akawungeezi we visited this place, you come back. So I think that's the one thing we had exposure over no kola chino na chili. So by then kati wetutukira mu senior 5 second term, but prefects abaliwo kati nga bali mu senior 6. So they were very busy. Ate jukira kati nga assembly, it was us students abali bamaninga. So the first time tutuka ku assembly ngati tebaliwo, the prefects are not around, bona bali mu candidate classes. Nze nkwata microphone ngenda maaso mbagamba, we are going to have an assembly, ono yagenda okwogera, ono we shall have news from the debate club, we shall have the headmistress nani. So everyone was surprised because twajjanga, no one had a plan, no one knew what was going to happen. So for me, I took the mantle and said mbagamba this is. But then I remember, I think that was the first time I ever was in charge of an assembly, so I made a lot of blunders and the students laughed at me. And then after that, don't laugh, you're the ones making a mistake.
Blunders, that is actually
just English, you know, as I think I was so scared, so they laughed at me, and now I was very bold. Don't laugh, you're the one making a mistake here. If I made laughing at me, if I made a mistake and you laugh, now you're the one at fault. Correct me, don't laugh at me. But then we managed, so that assembly passed. The next one, so I became a common figure. So and then I was the best before with 19 points and what. So Nesimbao for head girl, and I was, because we had to apply. I didn't even want, I think, Nali Jagara Kubeda deputy. Wangamba, no, you come. My friends are like, no, you come, you can manage, you come for it, girl. But for me,
last moment, yes,
it's okay, let me write. So name hand, can I take your teacher, Nam Peter, the one in charge, Nambassa, why are you the only one that has applied for it, girl? But no, what is no, I think they trust me. I think they see that I can make it, because for me what I believe is that either they can do better than you or they feel they can do the same like you do. So meaning maybe they believe that I would serve what they needed. So together through vetting, then I became head girl. But still then nalisi sasude fees which in a Peter word. So at some point Hajat Aisha Nampita Rangamba, no, it's okay. Nakufundi the scholarship, some Kakungulu scholarship, I think that always had. So by then I was like, okay, now it is settled. So Katia Ututu Kanao, it was between balancing academics and this top leadership. By the time you're head girl, you're in charge of everything. So two Malidis, I think senior 5, then Kati Utari to Ingida senior 6, that's when they change. Kati Hajat Aisha Vodeo, now Hajat Zulaika Yazde. So by then, Katizenga Manide Hajat Aisha, we had a personal relationship. It went beyond just me being head girl. Yalinga Muzade Jend. Even when I was head girl, Ngantula na Mugamba Hajat students are overfailing, don't you think? To into supplementary exams. I think she had a soft spot for me. Even at that point, can we have supplementary exams? So some teachers were like, hey, how come? This is the first time this thing is happening. No, Hajat, you know, because if someone had been at Navisunsa previously, nga visitation day, aba senior 1 bali balina kuyita bakulu baabwe like nti bebatuma. I don't know if it is still the case now. During my time nakijjawo nimbagamba these senior ones are also students, nabo balina bazadde waabwe. My parents tasobola kujja kundaba nimbagamba no, tugenda oteeka wano gundi loudspeakers, omuzadde ajje awe nnyali musome omwana mumuyite, omwana baba tawulidde, then muzadde wagenda amwenoonyeze. But it was very wrong okusanga nti no kati omwana senior 1 kati kumacha ate nti twatukawa, it was a policy you must have, because what the younger receipts 20, so batugamba by evening, by roll call time you must have 20 receipts. Ekisaga nti no, you've looked for 20 students from other classes. And the problem was nti kati aba O level bali tebatukiriza mu A level dormitories. So kati baba bakuwadde omwana nga wa senior 5 ng'ogenda tuuka wali oyimirire wabweru olinde.
Papa wanafuluma.
Do you know so and so? You help me go and look for her.
So you have to deliver this student go bachalide wa muzadde.
Yes, no muleta because omuzadde yajjanga, like we are seated here now erinnya aba prefects kati nga basenior 1 batulene mabega. So omuzadde ajja no wandika erinnya no wa senior 1 nagenda nanoonya munne bwamuleta namugamba, oh, she's here, then go clearing. Exactly, so you don't get roll called. Evening roll call at the end of the day. So, and then we would have, like, after 5 weeks they would go back and visit those roll call sheets. Katingaba kuita numbers on this day. Why didn't you do this? You're going to scrap that dining hall.
So no,
so we had that personal relationship until I started to make changes that were actually necessary. Nekati tuchusa kati balese Hajat Zulaika. Hajat Zulaika ndoza yali ava kunatete, was it? So we were not welcoming, I think, from our side, because twali tulina our deputies that we felt deserved to be headmistresses in case Hajat Aisha left. So when she came, I think, and even her maybe from her side, until we didn't establish that relationship and what. So and for me, because I had this freedom, Hajat Aisha nalingendangewe anytime I wanted to see her. Kati now Hajat Zulaika Jan, I think the first clash we had, twali tufulumye mungaba prefects. It was a Saturday, and twali tugenze for a function. So tukomawo mu regulo, and they have locked dormitories. So students were all waiting for us. So Tutuka students are like, Shamim, how can they close dormitories on Saturday? Because it was not there. Saturday evening, Twabanga Yoni entertainment, which was optional. If you wanted to go for entertainment, go again. If you want, so it was a time for us to be ourselves. And when Banjagalaku, entertainment, I'll go. People who are doing poetry, Wabanga so many things. Yeah, that's their day. Nekati bagaddewo dormitories, you know, kati
lwaki bali bagaddewo
exactly. So nange kyeneebuuza because as prefects engeri gye twali tukolamu nti when the university was bringing secondary bwe yalinga ereeta something new basookanga briefing affe prefects nga bajja ne babagamba so we are going to start doing this because of this ne kati kino baali bakikoze nga even as prefects we don't know about it. So nange ntuuka nengamba why would they do that?
So nogenda straight
mu office because it was in the evening. Because I had my prefects and the prefects body and then students council. So now in a students council chairperson which I want to gain and Gabana Banyize. How can they close which? So when we reached along the way number stopping and Gamba you people to Kakane to Kedinga we are come, we've just come to understand. So tutukayo bichi tutuka togera calmly tumubuza Hajat, how are you? We are happy bichi ngamba but Hajat, now we are having a problem. They have closed dome on a Saturday bichi. And tumugamba tumuwa reasons as to why we think dormitory tena kubeera closed on Saturday. So kati ndowooza yakitwala bubi maybe for us going to her place late in the night which she didn't expect. So yeah, she gave us her reasons. I come no, we want students. We don't know students. There is a lot of theft happening on Saturdays. Which I'm like, hey, okay, anyway, it's okay. We can always discuss these things in length and see how best we can do it. So after that, Katao, that's when now it became so hard for me. So she went and told deputies, I think, Abaliwo before her. So they were all concerned. Ngamera ndiawo mu class bampita. One of the deputies, Shamim, why would you do this? Exactly, how do you attack headmistress? No, we didn't attack her. So it became hard for me until I was trying to fit in with her coming through and then what? So many things changed, so many rules, because I find it very hard having these drastic changes. Manjagala umuntu ebintu abikole smoothly. If you found a system, you try to follow what has been there, but as you make
or do the right communication before you do the main change. So
all the deputies were concerned, Shamim, we didn't expect you to do this. No, I don't think I did it with the wrong intentions and what. So to catch that it was too much. The whole prefect's body, I remember, but we took on a meeting. Do you want us to remove you? It's okay. We are going to resign. Yes, there was a twatuka because by then now I was in senior 6 to koye. It was too much. Exactly. So no, we are tired. No, you people, it would be very bad. I think by then there was what was it Namiliangu or Smack. One of their prefects' body had also gotten out before time. So nothing to come anyway. It was done there even as we can do it. Don't do it, you just stay, we're going to find how we work things out. So I think I tried to build the relationship with her, but I don't think I really have it up to now, because Yajatuli senior 6, we are leaving, and then those clashes, what. But either way, so we finished Nentula senior 6. Yeah, Netugenda mu holiday, I think. So by then, I think by the time we went now into our holidays and vacation, most of our teachers were leaving. This Hajat so and so left, Hajat so and so left, this one, those has left.
Was it also still about the new changes in summer?
I don't know, because it was their administrative work and this one, because now like Hajat Kakumba was in charge of disciplinary committee and what Hajat Chagaba yavuddeyo Hajati and Sengendo. Now most of the deputies left. So, but then for me, I had that attachment with them than I had with the headmistress. So when to come on vacation, we have to survive. I couldn't stay home. I feel very useless. So nenkubira I think Hajat Kakumba. By then now bali bamufudde headmistress wa Mariam High. Nengenda nemu meeting and mugamba, I want to come and be discussing with your students. I want to see if I can help them. I don't want to be very idle.
More academics.
Yeah. Nangamba, you come because yeah, it's okay. Now, Nampa, should I call it a job or what? Nangamba, it's okay. You come and be part of this school. Kanga inatokea ku Mariam High. The girls were not really that outgoing and the low self-esteem and what. So she looked at me as a tool. Jala so of causes her to help her girls. So throughout my senior 6, nali nsomesa ku Mariam High, which biology and chemistry. So ntuka bagamba, yes, you have to do this and what. But then for me, Charlie Chintis at that time was that our results zalites zinafuluma. So nganebuza kati results wezikomawo na good de bana abayizi ngenda bamba gamba. Exactly.
Whatever bullied them, you're a backist.
For most of them we were age mates. Some of them totally age mates, some of them were even older than me. So I think na watu watukanga we had that ngabatunuliranga sister wawe nti they come to me, which they started to feel I had that personal attachment with them. Ngabantu, hey sister, what can we do? And even the parents abalinga bajanga, they feel like, oh yeah, this is someone that can associate with their children and what. So our results come out and luckily I had 18 points. I think I had a B in biology, B in chemistry, and A in math, and then ICT and GP. So Katawa had my 18 points, and I said, yes, now let me just wait. By all means, I didn't know for a government scholarship, and yes, the skies, yes, finally God has remembered his daughter. God has seen me, and I felt like, yeah, nalikate obyo kubona abona biweddeo she wed this child.
Neranga wasabye pharmacy.
Yes. No, I had applied for pharmacy, then medicine, so results zifuluma, government lists, and I was on government luckily. And I think we're like 4 girls abali ku pharmacy on government. So yes, buli omu yali asanyusa, but mami wange teyachagala because she wanted me to be a doctor. So
you were not far from it.
Yes. So up to now, I don't know. Simanyo bayachikiriza nera mugamba. No, it's more or less the same. Let me just go and do it. By the time I finished senior 6, I struggling anyway. So natuka ngampulira, no, these things are they're not my things, maybe.
Which things?
Biology, because it really stressed me so much. And so many problems, and I think I need to rest when I join campus. So I applied for pharmacy because I thought it was going to be easier. So after that, senior 6 results, they follow me my candidate to come and do pharmacy in first year. And now that was the start of
this whole guild. Although amanyi ge wavana go mu high school, noga masigenda kudirira. Ne makerere balina okuntegeera.
Aha, kati ntoke makerere, I think.
Our life yali ekyusemu engeri gye wali okola.
Yes,
you could afford
working,
the basic needs of a young
shopping
girl.
money, I could buy these things. Because by the time I finished, I bought for myself a suitcase, an egulira mattress, and some shopping money. I had some money when I didn't.
Then, so government yachabawa those allowances?
Yes, but we have food allowances. For every day. So at the end of the semester, you get 535. Yeah. So took our campus from year 1. I'm looking to there now. I'm so scared because I'm class with men who have beards and what. It was so scary because
you were from a single
sex school.
So no,
it was like, okay, how am I going to live with these people? You have to convince these people. So in Tuka, I didn't want to rush into anything. So because I think I reported, after a week. So Ntuka, they had already done everything. But then, like I told you, so Ntuka, we are there, pharmacy students, we are disorganized, the tumani which course units we are supposed to do, which so zenengenda ku department, nesanga course coordinator, nembuza bino nabidi which nangamba, okay, you take this, go and do this, which is on Ntuka, turimu class, of course, because two lecture theaters, I think I told you to them St. Francis Hall. then after the class pharmacist, good morning everyone, pharmacy students, please come and register with me, we need to start classes. So it was after some time, do you know you were the first girl that ever stood in front of our class? And for me it was normal. Class you're my classmates, and I had a communication to pass. So for some people, when I'm like, this girl, like, where does she get the confidence? Exactly. So then, in the pharmacy class itself alone, we were 4 girls on government, then others came in after on private. But then now the general class, we are much more, we are almost the same number. No, not really, we are less than the men. But then it was nothing to me, just stood, I passed my communication and math. So I started to get into these spaces, and I've made friends with she.
Government hall of residence, yes. Did it ever come to your head in university?
No, not at all. Because when I married, I didn't run for anything in my first year. But then since I was very outgoing, my classmates were under the class representative. So now no, katipetwagala Shamim, only class rep to move with deco. So that is the first.
No,
we don't. We want Shamim. Shamim is the one we know, because it was me earlier. Jana Wagamba. This lecturer said this and what. So if they phoned me more resource for Nagamba. No, Katao Shamim is our class representative. So Katao Ngandi class rep. Generally, that's all that I was. But then Katin took her, and I had a friend who I had made a friend who was in year 2. So Katienga Agala Kwesimba Okwa GRC. Guild Representative Council, Walingaba MPs, maybe, if I can put it at university level. So now I'm Peter Nangamba, Shamim, because since I was class rep, and every student reaches out to you in your class, you have your friends. So Katiye, he saw me like someone who could help him. Naja Nangamba, you're going to be my campaign manager. I was very happy. I mean, I'm a campaign manager. I learned it after, and actually I was not the campaign manager. I was a friend who was supposed to help you. So that I could feel important. I feel like, yes, I'm very hopeful to him. So I'm posting a status yange, name flyers, group here. I even inboxed people to vote for this gentleman at night to look for votes. So it helped me. I got so exposed. First year and you think you know it all, but there are systems at the university. What are systems? There's a way things are done. I was head girl. Like of course, these things have already. It was nothing. But then I think the first right decision as I made was to step back in first year. So I meet people, because he was from my school. Like a normal person, like my constituents maybe. So Katinga Tubeda, I won't and he won. Yeah, he was the first, then another person was second. So after that, I've gotten exposed to these spaces. Katinange nesala oninga mangenda kwesimbao.
Second year?
Yes, second year I'm going to come for GRC position generally in campaigning idoli. But I was very scared because during my senior 5 I was unopposed. I'd never faced a race. I'd never been in a real race when I'm looking for votes and I have opponents. Kati inti omuntu ba GRC batwala babiri from every school. So it was me and my other classmate. Nenga I was so scared nga wenda omuntu postinze my other opponent. Because for me I felt like what is wrong, what am I not doing right? So I was so scared to second year no one was coming up to Alibabidi, but I was campaigning. Do you have opponents? We are too. Like, you're campaigning as if you're 10 in the race. But I was serious because what I didn't want was to lose. I was so afraid of losing. And then campaigning. So I did 2 and then lockdown came in. so never looking at down to die.
Kati obeera representing your class?
My school.
Your school. Kati your school abali mu ssomero that school be bakulonda over the whole university.
Abali mu eyo school kati nga let me say like how I've said nti nga bolaba Uganda for example, let's say Uganda in Makerere, so tuinayo Kampala Central, tuina Kawempe, tuina like that. So it is the same thing. Timu university tuina mu these colleges, nene mu colleges wali mu schools. So kati nganze nalimva mu School of Health Sciences. So in School of Health Sciences elimu pharmacy, optometry, dental ne nursing. So kati abayizi be banonda. So those were the people that I had to campaign to, just those ones.
So no Angola.
Yes, kati to come lockdown to komyewo bichi, but then we still remained unopposed. So by then
unopposed at all muno
natijukira batwala babiri. So when you're two in the race, you're very fine. So there's kati we were closing a nomination as sure katawo nalimbisemu as unopposed. So katawo the other politics sayingira now is for guild ministries kati motose mu guild tuina president we to support in the Sempija we gena dira mu bigere, so tumo support in ze bichi kati tutuuse jukira ministries ziringa 18 mu house mulimu ba GRC anamu 9. So but then Sempija was a personal friend. There is some project jetwali tukozeko somewhere we had gone to give sanitary of course we I supported him fully. I'm going to support him at my school because for me I was unopposed, so chenali nino kola now was to campaign for him. So I did it. I remember that morning nakubira abana I texted in the group nebagamba we have a class, we're going to have a practical and lecturer agenda ku supervising agenda ku recalling agenda to a I wanted them to all turn up because our class is chinana. So I was sure when they all come, but now again kulonda Sempija. So nembagamba tuina your class. So I was full on for Sempija's race. So bakati tumazo kulonda tuwangu the kati ministries zili 18 the minister of this bichi ate baba jamba JRC so when I sema I was sure yes kati now the problem
president I know
agenda kumpa batagenda kumba. So tuliao tulinza, and it is a very political place. Makerere is very political. So tuliao tulinze bichi kati waliyo deep state waliyo
wamoto kera nomugamba njagala ministry
manida mangamba you don't have to be desperate. I know muleka cherewoleza nange of course oyagala katowo gambako mikwano je the people around him because waliwo ino team we yaleta guild president yetula neerowoza negamba kati exactly. So kati nga benkobina ne badam what's on ground, is the team planning anything for me? Negamba yes, you don't worry chi. So ngobera lero ne bajja nagamba Shamim nawulidde bagenda kuwa student affairs. Okay omularaja nedda bakujjeko ku student affairs kati bagenda kuwa kino biki. So obera it was very obera ku tension ngolinze what is going to happen biki ate baze ate because they meet nenga ekirungi whenever they meet the information always comes out. So tutuka morning of swearing in kwa tuina kuswearinga in BGRC bani President Nankubira Sempija Nambassa Shamim, I'm going to swear you in today. You're going to swear in as my vice president.
No wunga.
Me vice president? Zavude Kasese. I'm now going to be Nengamba Kali. As I couldn't believe it, what do I do? Do I tell people no? Sigenda bagamba. Jagala basa praising. It is even your parents. You're supposed to call them bulyomo.
It is such a big event.
It is very big.
Katogenda kubira mami or brother.
Kata simanyi. Nedda kamba leke bajabira bamawulide.
We're taking a break. All right, tugenda kumula mu katono. Tova tujje tufundikire emboozi ya Shamim Nambassa. Okyali ku NTV MWASUZE MUTYA kwe tuline ku Spark TV plus our social media platforms. Tuline Guild President Makerere University nga atubuulira gyavudde tebibadde byangu nga bawulidde, but here she is and the sky seems like it's the limit. Okay, so you're sworn in as vice president?
No.
Huh? You didn't swear?
No, so I was still telling you. Katinga nkubira ngamba, you're going to be vice president. Neche nali manyi the night before, team yali eyombye. It was 2 girls. Waliwo nze n'omulala. So another school of psychology. So Katinga, they had a very bitter argument because Kati Judith Nalukwago, my friend Gwenalinzi had been coming for guild president. So ewamujamu mukalulu na bakingani Sempija. So Judith yali asabye nze nzaabafuuka vice guild president. Naye nga waliwo n'omulenzi omulala yali mukwano gwa Sempija yali amuwagidde through everything naye nga alina omulala gw'ayagala. So they had a very bitter argument that night. Naye kati we baamalirizawo ne bagamba no, leka tulekaane guild president yabaasalawo because ono yagenda obeera vice we and he needs someone that is comfortable with and gasobola okukola naye. So that morning wankubira, it meant that he had made his decision and it was going to be me. So kati wamala okunkubira ne Judith nankubira nambuuza, has Ivan called you? Ne mugamba yes. Nali ngenda I meet my other friend abali ku table that night, na meeting my other friend Big Jose. Nambuuza, has Ivan called you? Ne mugamba yes, because that was the wategera yankubide, it's very obvious nze gwaloze as his vice president. Era that morning namu meeting a Big Jose nangamba because nali nyambadde my office pants and a shirt, I felt I was smart. Nangamba nga toyambadde nga tebakwendese
mwali mulayira kwolu
twazigera kaneze kanalize manyi I'm very smart namba nga toyambadde nemugamba kale nemugamba engoye nazireseeyo ngenda kwambala naye nga nze wete we nali nyambadde nangamba no genda oyambale wetegeke Shamim, the day is here. I remember that day nakaba nokaba, I was very happy. Nengenda ku boutique wandegea nengula yakateteyi nenkubira some friend of mine negenda nenfuna heels ze nenyambala neze. I was very happy. Naye kinagamba even my friends benali nabo that morning sabagamba. I wanted everyone to be surprised. I didn't want to spoil the surprise. So netutula mu CTF2 ne batandika basosakulayiza aba GRCs, then ne bayita aba ministers, then guild president yaseba. So batuyita tulayira biki GRC kati tumaliriza kati time y'aba ministers yeddako. Because of course nali manyi ngenda kulayira leero as vice guild president. So speaker yatulayiza atandika kuyita gamba bring the list biki tulinda list bano wadde eno wadde eringa
abakyabiyomberamu
nanze nga ndi very comfortable president ye yankubidde yabise. So tuba tuli abaleeta list basoma because that day balayiza bana bataano ba ministers ne basoma batuka ku vice guild president. And of course as well
what was to said
not yet nali chatudde nga nize ne bayita naye I was excited in my heart nga nize what let them call me ne basoma amanya and they read someone else's name for vice guild president. I didn't know whether to be happy. I didn't know kati benali nize surprising. It seems it was me who got surprised. Because in the Chenebuza Nagamba wakiri bani ngambi titugenda kulayiza after they changed their mind, but they didn't do that. Nagamba no, they read someone else.
Neno sikara muntepe
na freezing. I sat as like what? After that,
Judith and
yeah, they were very disappointed.
They didn't know the change.
No one knew. They all didn't. Right?
Even the president didn't know.
It was himself and the other friend of his. Biba chooses our list. List your badge chooses our CTF to remove by name and put the other gentleman.
Did he explain to you much later what exactly happened?
Yes. So after that, I think I get out. I went to the washrooms up. I cried. And then I had to clean my face because we had breakfast. So after that, Nambassa Shamim, I wanted to make you my vice, but you're my tribe mate. Because he's also a Muganda. We come from the same college and also we are from the same whole solidarity, because avakulumumba vakumeri Stewart, so that Lumbok solidarity vichi. But for me it was not convincing enough. Because what I kept asking myself was, you had thought about that. So did you realize in the morning Tino Tuva College, did you realize that I'm Nambassa? Did you realize then that we are from the same solidarity? But then I think that's how the political space in Makerere is. Yeah, it's possible, because after that is when I realized what he went through. So anyways, really, I was very disappointed. There were so many other ministries. So now, but you can choose a ministry that you want.
So it was feelings, because remember they had sworn in as well.
Bali say only 5. The others can always swear in after. So anyway, it's okay, I'm going to think. So after that, Nampita Nangamba, I'm going to swear you in as my academics minister. People can say minister of education.
Ministry.
At that point, because I'd really been embarrassed. Because that I was supposed to be vice president, I thought about refusing, but no. These opportunities don't come every day, and you've been through enough already. This is not the worst thing that could have happened to you. So never turning in and as academics minister. So but then I'm someone who likes to work. I don't sleep on the job. So kata wate lockdown in Dalani Jam. So they lock us down. Academic minister otula ku Senate. So tugenda okutuuka mu ekyo ekiseera nti academics ministry had to be very active, because bagalawo the lockdown came nga tugenda kukola bibuuzo. So students were always waiting, Shamim, what are we going to do? So at that point it was no longer guild president or anyone else. It was about me, the academic minister. Nali nina bawa solutions. Abana tebakoze bibuuzo, they've locked us down. So I found my ministry being very active into the Senate. Magambi, no, let students do exams using other modes of assessment. No, we can't do real-time exams. I became very common in people's faces. Maybe I think it was a disguised blessing. It was a blessing in disguise, because I don't think if I was vice president I would have done what I did as academics minister. Because Natukanda would be like, yeah, she's the minister that we know. Because having locked down by minister bonabali bazeyo wakabichi songa toina byosobola kukola unless you've really pushed so much. Nenga academics I had to work, because zijukira it was during my time. What do you say? Nali wano kati Kisasi ewa brother wange. So olumu nga nvayo actually nentambula during lockdown nengenda academics lecture nemubuuza our DVC for academics affairs nangamba we need solutions so nagezaako nnyo ntuuka nti I was the first academic minister to bano ba class representatives kwa bakuba amasimu biki
ministry yaliwo before
yaliwo, just that I was the first one this class exactly, we're the first government that worked like that. We're the first online government. So in Tukanda we have class reps, but our class reps baba weyo kuwa allowances and I think it was I was associate among all the 87 academic ministers okuwa class reps allowances. So Charlie Chinene nti I started to get these spaces. Ngotukanga ba class coordinators bakola nawe nga bakumanyi nti kino kyekize, you can reach out to these people. Tukantugamba no, we have to do exams, we have to find a way forward. So eyo yonna nembikola, and after that.
So already minor online classes?
No, that's when we started everything. So I had to take charge. I had to be the one to tell students, now we are going to have these sessions, we are going to learn this. So I became very common among students.
So I want to assume you excelled.
Yeah, I want to think so too.
So elections is a choice of Akawungeezi.
Yes, so kati ntuuka, and I had thought of being guild speaker. But then it's a very toxic environment, I think, for us. By the time I said I wanted to be that, so many people were looking at me. Waliwo abantu abali bakyagala already. Yes, so I didn't know that I had stepped into people's spaces. They started to mission to destroy me till I'm done. Because I think we had budget issues, and it was still my ministry. So they wanted to impeach me. Yes, as academics minister, because Natuk, I think, twice a budget for physical activities. Nekati lockdown neja university negamba, no, we can't give you money to do physical activities. But then we can release money because the university it's doing its academic work. So we can give the academics minister money, we can give these ones, and these ones should change their activities. So budget yange yongeza, which the GRC had not passed. So and it was not constitutional according to them. So kati when I want to become speaker, these people used it as an opportunity. So kata on Friday morning, ngendolaba ku social media, Shamim Nambassa steals money, Shamim Nambassa does what. It was the first time for me, and there is bad news about me. Natukanga even fear my phone. Ngasagala jikwata kwa manyingena jikwata, and I find something. But and say we are going to impeach her, she's not going to be minister anymore. Banonyeza signatures which what. So at that point, I think it was the point cabinet yale ino kola wamu because I was their ministers. It would be very embarrassing to kubya masimu twega iri deba no ba GRC, because I think my situation is something we can compare to Zake's situation. Ntikatotu kanga, you just need to ask people. Yes, the GRC was going to sit as Jeonga academic minister. So chitwali tulina okukola kuba masimu, please need to explain it, but this is what happened. So it was very hard for me. I saw my political career going because we back impeaching abantu watu China chobagamba. So netugezaako ennyo netukuba masimu bichi. So tutukamwe your session yokunzijako. Then I think someone
President Nagamba
because we had to fight, because I had worked. That was the truth. Nali Nkoze for his government, and I don't think it would have been good to have his minister impeached. So na buliomu cabinet yali akuba masimu kubira yo GRC gomanyi no munyonyole ekiri wodo. It was very tough. So to come your session to impeach me. Omwana yali alina okumovinga motion because for petition I know moving.
Nalwala
Teyaja mu session. He didn't come because we explained to him.
Oh, so
yes,
just yabulwa kyagenda ogamba bali.
Yeah, took an agama, no, it's okay, I will just not attend that session.
So gwagenda omayita agenda?
Yes, I went, but I wasn't sure because we are in a very political space. Sometimes ogamba sigenda kuja nobeera comfortable. So twali tulina okunonya all the possible ways, and have they verified signatures, have they done. So nga tulina so many strategies.
So from among others?
No, it has to be the petitioner. It had to be the petitioner that moves it. So teyaja mu session which is so netugamba okay, anyway, government has apologized, these ones. So it became a sorry session. It was more of apologizing and explaining and what. And that's how I survived. But then it still remains in people's minds that Shamim is coming for speaker. Kata now we are back to a fair.
Social media
Kata uguba ngamba don't reply to anyone.
Capitalizing for the fact that impeachment failed?
No, we just said let's not give them attention. Number to be vehicle, let them make noise because Baba Sasula, they are paid to make that propaganda and what. So like anyway, budget to cover the vehicle. So we just left them. Gozo kanagamba Shamim ina boutique wandege Shamim ina chino sente za affairs. So nitukane bitu tamala
nga boutique wali ojina.
Okay. Of course not. Netubaleka netubivako.
Nyawe just speaker no chesonywa.
No, kati nze nali awo nga manya I want to come for speaker, but I was still scared because it's very
Why
expensive.
weren't you looking at presidency?
I'd never imagined myself being guild president. It would have been too much.
Jukira walowoozaako I'm going to be vice president,
yeah,
until last minute.
Exactly.
Chance, but let me actually even go for the bigger one.
No. For me, it seemed very far from me. I couldn't imagine myself, how would I be guild president? How do I reach 40,000 students? It was beyond me. It was something I can't achieve it. So during that whole social media fight and what, ntandi kufuna masimu from some political people in the university. Shamim, don't worry. There is no bad publicity. Publicity tebanga kombi. abantu bajja kwerabira ebya boutique naye erinnya lyo lijja kusigala mu mitwe gyabwe. People are fighting you because they are afraid of you. So kati I think Gerard Oyekinga Nkubira nangamba, you leave them to think you're coming for speaker, but we are going to build you for something bigger. Nangamba, okay. But me, I didn't believe it up to then. Nangamba, no, I can't. So tutuka tuliawo, then tutandika, we had to start building. Kati tugamba kati tugenda yitawa. There is political parties, Metaga Center, you need this, you need that. I was like, no, I can't manage. I don't want. Nangamba, don't worry. The only thing you need is to tell us that it's okay.
President. Akakukulu katula akatula nika convincing.
Kati oli we yankubira naweereza munne. Nangamba, you go and look for that girl and talk to her. So nabanga nga buli omwajja omukomu
ngabawana baba ku university.
Back university naye we have this system to in our political class university. For them, maybe they were once students, they are still, but they have been in that political space. So Nambassa Shamim, the only thing we want from you is the will to stand. We don't want you to have the courage. We don't want you to have a
political party.
Yes, but then I was in UID as vice chairperson. Of course, Natuk, and it was not my space. I think I didn't enjoy it there. And then this whole people power and UP, which I was like, yeah, now this is where my beliefs are.
Sorry, child, yeah, wave.
No, I think because you get UID but people power. So kati twasigalanga question tam UID people power, FDC people power. So in people power chali unenga NUP was not yet in the university. So ngawe sanga UID but people power. So that was the kind of person that I was. So tutuka, and then they had now brought NUP Bajidesem University, which it turned so kogerango tukakoko no mugambako. What do you think? What do you think? At testing our waters, ngomuntu atugamba omuntu kubira kwa abantu nga 10 obabuuze if bwe baba bamanyisha meme. So tutukanga abaana bamanyi nti ono akubidde abantu 10 mukaaga bamanyisha meme. Akubidde, so netutandika okukibelieving, nange netutandika okukibelieving that I can actually be guild president. So tutuka bichine tumanya tugamba, okay, yes, now let's make it public.
Ngatoti anti banaba the other bad publicity bayizi chitukisa butia.
Exactly, because now kati bano we bantukira ne bagamba, but you people, there is no way I can win. There is already all this about me. No, if that information was true, house yandi ku impeachinze. So meaning that is the defense we can use now to agament tebyali bitufu. That's why you were not impeached. So tutandika mpola mpola tugenze, we've declared tugenze NUP primaries. I think there were 31 delegates. We were 3 that wanted the card. I got 20 and the next person got 11. So that is where everything now started. Until now I started to believe.
Were you the only girl?
Yes, I was the only girl that was in the race. I was the only girl that went for NUP primaries. So if I had lost the primaries, that means there would be no girl in the race. So we had to work so hard. And I'm like, no.
Singa wagwa ku primaries, one is independent?
No. The team yali yachingamba. Nambassa Shamim, work hard.
Do you need money okumala ko mu campaigns?
Yes.
Did you have it?
No, I didn't have money, but that's what the team told me. Ngamba, we just need your goodwill. Money is going to come. Exactly. So when I did a campaign, I had debts worth 18 million, 23. I had to work, so that was. And so I kept sitting.
The center was your money lender?
Yes, money lenders. You don't even know the people. Because I remember that day before NUP primaries, waliwo nomulenzi gwe twali tukola naye obo yagenda mukwano gwe namujjako obukadde 3 namugamba tugenda kuwa 100% interest.
Gwe obukadde bumekovu
mukaaga banange ate nga tebabikugamba during that time. So netwewola sente together because you need money. Those rallies, for example, tosasude band, yosasude team jokola nabo, you have to feed them.
Kati rallies ozikuba within at different schools?
No, Kati, the first thing to rally is to those last days. You should get down chikumi around the university. Yes. Nekati during these first days, we get to classes. You had to have a very strong structure. In one day, I've gone to all the colleges. Nambassa Shamim, we have a class in CTF starting at 8. Jogenze. Over you have someone with a program. Actually, you had 2 people. Sometimes their programs are even colliding, but you have to be at both places. I think private. He was from FDC.
Independent? Oh.
No, FDC. My next that one who was second to me. There are some days when again I'm campaigns and I come back and the team is like, Shamim, we are not feeling you. You're not working. I don't know. There is some time there was an akoma on Nambassa Shamim, you're not working, and that day I had gone to the whole university. As in I'm class, when they told me that Nemagamba, really, Agamba, yes. I felt like I had done everything. Gamba, you people, like, no, we are not feeling you. You're not on ground. I left the room when I didn't get room yange nezi jacket simu nezi galawology. I think we had like 1 week. Nebagamba mbivudde. Sikyayagala nebakoze I was tired. No, I don't want anymore. I was tired. I was done. I was very stressed. They went to the nights when I slept like this. Jacket, suit,
so who convinces you back into the rest?
Now there is when I think that night when I was thinking and I'm like, wait, my brother gave me his car. My mom, she has told all her friends. How am I going to look when I get out of this? And then this gentleman or boy, I think, comes to my place because I'd refused to talk to anyone, but when he came I opened. I told him I'm getting out of these things, I'm tired. Nangamba no Shamim.
Omuyaga gwaite munakunta.
That's what I thought. They felt it was not enough. The team didn't find it enough. Class they're shouting, they're making noise, they like you. Because I don't think it was only one class then again and they were not welcoming. I know for us we want other things.
Which things?
I think they were NRM. So no, and I went putting on my beret. I like, no, people power, no. Exactly. So I was like, no. Yeah, so when he came, Nambassa Shamim, you're like another mother to me. I don't have my mom, it's only you that I have. You can't get out of this. So I remember I even cried that day, it was too much. Then Nambassa, no, we are almost done and you're going to win. Think about your brother, think about your mom. Think about everyone. Think about this whole team that is looking at you. You're their hope. Until most times, think
about you.
It was not about me at that point. Nzenga candidate natoka ngankoe, but I couldn't let down that team. Most times, a candidate just because of the people behind them, and I think that is the thing about us leaders. Until most times, it's the people that are believing in you.
So no stock out.
Okay, let me just come and do it, but I'm tired. Yeah, and again, I'm rallies,
So, what was the experience?
So, I think the first day they came, chikoni, they came in front of the car. Nambassa Shamim, come and people. You're not supposed to have rallies. Yes, because it was the cars and everything. They together Ghana, which was It was the first time I was
you were not supposed to have rallies.
But the other people were having rallies. And that's what Checha Singo Tulumanti, Jebali Wavude Bali by rallies. nti all these parties bani independent NRM bani bali mu
I'll try to resign na kumeka to election.
there were 2 days because I got arrested twice, but for me so nakuba masasi nangamba yingira mu moto nalinganye. The team was like, no, you go, keep calm. So ntuka mu moto kwa musajja ngamba okimanyi tugenda kutwala Kitalya. And I was like, yes.
No,
nagamba tugenda kutwala Kitalya, togenda kwelonda, balala bagenda kulonda, you find the results when you come back.
Ngoli ready for Kitalya?
No, I just felt it was too much. It's like, we are students, there's some things you can't do while you... So ngamba, but no, it's okay, we are not going to do it again. Ngamba, okay, let's go to one day. And ngamba, no, we have a police station in the university. You just take me there. So they kept me there till the next morning. But then in New York University, I think they don't have a girls' side, so you just keep seated there. So but now you could hear people moving around. People are balimukuba rallies, and those last days are very important. Muina rally nene they'll be like, yes, exactly. So. And then I remember that the day of voting, I had a test, I had an exam.
Did you sit it?
Yes, I had, because I couldn't.
So anyway, eventually you won, and congratulations.
Thank you.
One last message to the young lady watching you.
My last message to the young ladies, Abatulabanti, there is nothing that can stop you. We all have challenges. You see, recently I was saying something, Nagamanti, if we went to a table and we were all told to put our challenges on the same table and we pick, you'd fight to get back yours, what other people are going through. So you may be going through so much. It may not be easy, but you can make it. There is no challenge that is bigger than you. There is nothing that can beat you. Stand strong. Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself, Chechukuru. Shamim, the girl who didn't have school fees, Yamarako high level of education. And you're Nalimasago Onwarero, meaning you too can have your way out if you choose to. Until tomorrow, God bless you. Bye-bye.